Welcome, Arizona Cardinals fans, to another breakdown from Revenge of the Birds. I'm Seth Cox. With me tonight, one of my lead writers, Tyler Nickel. Tyler, how's it going, man?
It's going good, Seth. How's it going?
Good. I mean, better than the Cardinals play. 19-3, Cardinals lose tonight. Not a lot of great stuff happened. We can start with the first-team offense. What'd you think? Outside of maybe DJ Humphries, was there any highlights from the first-team offense?
No, not really any I could see. Jerron Brown actually, I think, played with the first-team offense since Larry Fitzgerald was out, and he made a couple of nice catches, high-punting the ball, and he's looking like he's starting to catch with his hands a little bit more instead of with his body so much. But, yeah, I thought Jerron Brown looks pretty good. But other than that, it was pretty dysfunctional all the way around on the offense.
Carson Palmer and Drew Stanton each throw an interception. Palmer's was interesting. I don't know what happened on that. Some speculation that maybe he got his feet stumbled, but just fall down, don't throw the ball. Stanton continues to struggle. Is there any chance that he is not the backup quarterback this year?
I mean, who are you going to get to replace him, though? I mean, he's not a backup quarterback. He's not. I don't think he performs very well. I'm not a big Stanton fan, whereas Bruce Arians, for some reason, loves him. But I don't see who you're going to get at this point that's going to replace him, and Bruce Arians definitely isn't going to replace him.
The running game did nothing tonight. All throughout the game, 21 carries, 63 yards. Kerwin Williams had 2 nice carries, but outside of that, you really had nothing from your running game. Was that the biggest disappointment tonight from the whole? There's just the lack of any push up front.
I actually thought Ellington looked okay, but Chris Johnson, I think he had 4 carries for 7 yards. David Johnson had like 3 carries for 5 yards, something crazy like that. I don't know. Neither one of them performed very well. I don't know if there's just a lack of cohesion along that line when it comes to run blocking games so far. But then again, they performed really well last week with running, so I don't know what's going on with that right now. We're just going to be a blip.
Finish up the offense. Matt Barkley, 10 for 15 for 85 yards. Completions were much better this week. But 85 yards on 15 attempts is, I mean, that's like less than Alex Smith type numbers right there.
Yeah. Did you say Matt Barkley or Matt Leinart?
So we're back to USC check down, running the offense late in the games. What were your thoughts? I mean, is this something that you can build off of? I've seen people already say, "Oh, this is something positive Barkley can build off of." I don't know if I agree with that.
I mean, they let him air it out a couple times, but when he did, he was overthrowing his receivers like J.J. Nelson, who run at like a 4.2, and he was overthrowing them 5 yards. So I don't know what there is to build off of necessarily. He still can't throw an out route. He still can't throw downfield. What is there to build off of?
Defensively, anything else on the offense before we move to the actual good part of the game?
I mean, A.Q. Shipley continues to struggle. I don't know how he's going to keep that starting center job. They might end up having Bain, but before this thing's all said and done.
He struggled a little bit in the run game, though, tonight, Evan Bain.
He did, but, I mean, when A.Q. Shipley's getting blown off the ball by Brandon Mebane, like the first play of the game.
Yeah, and I saw people blaming Humphries for that. That wasn't on Humphries. That was completely the fact that – yeah, I mean, Palmer had nowhere to step up to. It was just, yeah. The first-team offense was not what we would expect from this offense coming back.
And I know a lot of people are focusing right now on DJ Humphries and Brandon Williams on the defense. I actually thought both of them played okay. Brandon Williams, he still has a couple of plays where it's like, okay, turn your head around or stick in the hip of the receiver, turn your hips, whatever. Sink your hips, I should say. But he's looking all right for a rookie. I mean, a third-round guy that has only played the position for a year. I'm optimistic about Brandon Williams. And Humphries continues to show that he's going to be at least adequate at right tackle.
I thought the defense on the first team especially looked really good again. We saw the first sack from the defense, the first team defense this season or this preseason. You had Chandler Jones crashing finally. I mean, he looked like the guy we all hope he can be. Outside of that, I mean, the 10 points they gave up, I mean, none of that was on them.
No. And I feel like they failed to set the edge a couple of times. I know Chandler Jones did on that one play that you're referencing, but Marcus Golden kind of messed up a couple of times on the edge. I thought the secondary was mediocre at best. There's still a lot of work to do on defense, even though they did look good. And Buchanan made that highlight play that we're going to see on Twitter for a few days.
Yeah, we got our first drone sighting of the season, which was fun. But, you know, when we didn't get to see the defense do a whole lot, four series for the first team, 3 series for the first team, 1 series inside their 10. I mean, not much you can gauge from that. The second team defense tonight, I thought, played better. I mean, San Diego's offense after their first team's not very good. So, I mean, is that I guess that's something to build on because, I mean, Oakland's players aren't that great either, and we just saw Green Bay shut them down last night.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know what you build off from this game other than you played really bad, so you can only go up from here. But there wasn't a lot of performances. I thought there were a couple third-string guys that played really well, namely Olsen Pierre.
Donald Butler looked good on that third string too.
Who was that? I'm sorry?
Donald Butler.
Yeah, Donald
But
Butler.
he's a veteran, so, I mean, you would expect him to play well against guys that are trying to make a team. But, I mean, I thought he's been the 3rd or 4th best linebacker they've had.
I think Donald Butler definitely has a chance to make the team. Olsen Pierre played really good, as I mentioned. I thought Kareem Martin actually flashed a couple of really nice plays. He had a batted ball, some pressures on the quarterback. I thought he played a really good game too.
Yeah, and I thought Akpalagu actually stepped up his game this week. Mm-hmm. He stayed within the defense, which is something you and I discussed last week. He was trying to make splash plays and kind of took himself out of plays. And this week he stayed within the defense and he made the plays that he was supposed to. Overall, a forgettable game. I mean, you're going to walk away from this game and just kind of forget about it. Obviously, the coaches aren't and the players aren't going to forget about it, but fans, you keep this in your back pocket if things start to go bad, that this was the precursor, but they've been so good. I don't see this being an issue.
No, I don't either. And again, the first team didn't play that much. They were undermanned. I think they'll be all right. I don't think there's a lot to take from this game, good or bad.
I will say this because we're always hard on them, and you never want to end on a punter talk, but I thought Drew Butler punted pretty well today. I mean, we're always tough on him, so I'll always say he did better today.
All right, fair enough.
Chandler Catanzaro is terrible right now.
Yeah. So, although he made a 50-yarder look really easy, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he misses a 41 and 48, and then he boots a 50-yarder like it's a 20-yarder. Who knows with that guy? It's preseason for the kickers too, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, man. Well, I appreciate it as always. Tell Aaron, tell Stephanie hello, and have a good night tonight.
Hey, Zed. Hey. Bye, Zed. All right.
See you guys.